Right, in this box I should have something that I haven't looked at before. I think this one is a Commodore. Model. And it's a Rockwell model. Obviously it's an old, as you can guess, it's an old calculator. I picked it up from eBay, as where else would you pick an old calculator up from? That's a strange battery compartment. It's got a missing battery contact, and I have a replacement contact. So what's the chances of that being a 9-volt battery supply? There's nothing to tell us how it's 9 volts. I find it strange how the wires are colour coded, like the mains. Shall I put 9 volts in? Or shall I have a look on eBay first? It's a Rockwell 21R and see if it's see what the correct voltage is before I go ahead. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to have a look and see if I can find one with the correct voltage, or a picture of a good one, perhaps with the battery contacts already on. Okay, as you can see, it is a Rockwell, and it is a 9-volt PP3, which is one of them. That's good to know. So rather than attach this to the cables, I think I'll open it up and put this one on straight onto the board, hopefully. Shall we test it first? Put 9 volts, see if it comes on. I've got my power supply all set up here. Red onto the brown. Make sure they don't touch. I put my supply on. 9 volts. Amperage shouldn't matter, I'll just leave it at 1 amp. Right, so I'm outputting 9 volts. And nothing. It's taken 3.3 and it's taken 0.997 of an amp. So I'll turn that off and I'll increase the amps. Now it's taken 4 volts and 1.3 amps. How can it take 1.3 amps? That seems like a lot of amps for a little calculator. I wonder what the amperage on a battery is. I don't know. How many amps can this battery put out? Let's open that up and have a look inside. It's not opening up. Took the 4 screws out. I can't imagine there's screws underneath the feet. That must be a power supply too. The top's come out. This is a strange construction, to say the least. Right. Well, I'm glad they don't make them like that anymore. The keyboard's got pins which pin into here and here along the bottom. Right, let's have a look at this. There's me the power, and they come down to the switch. Presumably that's the switch, which is there. Well, I know it's taking power, so I think I'll check it with a battery. I'll plug a battery in. No signs of life. 9 volts. So I've got 9 volts on the cables. Highway continuity. Stupid multimeter, come on. I've got me flipping, well, it shouldn't make much of a difference, but I've got them the wrong way around. Can you hear? My multimeter's having a fit. That's my multimeter gone. Right, I'll go into diode mode. That should be positive from the battery. And it does. I'm just going to have a look at that board underneath the scope. There's a pin there, it hasn't been soldered up. It doesn't actually go anywhere. There's a lot of goo on the board. I don't know if, I think that's just leftover flux from the manufacturer. I've no idea what this chip is. I'm wondering if that capacitor is okay. Positive from the jack comes to here, which comes to these resistors, which then goes across to here, to the switch. It's doing, let's plug it in. This is getting hot. Part of this component is getting hot. I'm going to have a look and see what this is. CD 42001 TDK Japan. It's warming up. That must be off because I can hear the power supply switching off. That must be on. That's getting very hot there, just there. I think this is cracked actually. Let's have a look under there. That's a crack. It is. See, it opens up there. You can just see a crack opening up. So whatever that component is, the CD 42001 is faulty. Or the smoothing choke, I think it is. You can see that's the part that's heating up. You can see the alcohol evaporating from there. So that's it. I would guess that that's the fault. So if I can find another Rockwell calculator, I may be able to swap that part over and get the calculator working, and that would prove that that's the faulty part. So I'm going to put this back together. If anyone's got any suggestions, let us know in the comments. That goes in there. Now I've got to get the power switch lined up, and then we're going to make sure these pins line up with the holes. Right, well that's just disappointing. Disappointing all round. So one 21-hour calculator. Still for spares and repair, but I'm not going to give up on it. So we'll put that on a shelf somewhere, and hopefully we'll come back to it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.